The holiday season is coming up again and you might want to get your sailor friends a nice little gift for Christmas. Or maybe you are a sailor yourself and you don't want to get a bulky item that you don't need. Then send them this video.
Space on a boat is limited, so you want to get them something that is useful and small.
My name is Mandy and this is Alex, and we have been living aboard this 36-foot boat for 8 months now, sailing around in the bend. Why? Just do it.
Okay.
Do it right and we can have one cut. Give a straight face.
Okay, you can. We had a look into our lockers and picked stuff that we would like to get for Christmas. Here's our list.
You would love to get for Christmas.
We had a look into our lockers and picked stuff that we would love to get for Christmas. Here's our list.
Merry Christmas. Okay, so these are little floating lights that are actually chargeable by solar. So you can either make it bright, less bright, you can make it blink, and it's really handy if you go on your dinghy at night. If you just want to put it in the cockpit and have a little bit of light in your cockpit. You can charge them during the day, they hold a couple of hours at night. And also, if you don't want them anymore because they're in the way, you can just deflate them if you are good at this. And then they are really small. You have the official ones, they're called Lucy lights, they're a bit bigger. And they cost about 30 euros. These are only about 12. They're a bit smaller, but they work just as well and they're pretty cool. Like it. I think it's really cool. I think it's really cool.
The blinky mode on that one actually flashes in SOS Morse code, so it's not just a stupid gadget, it also serves kind of a purpose. I wouldn't rely on it while climbing Mount Everest, but it's still nice to have. You find many options online. We preferred the matte soft box-ish version because it is definitely not a torchlight but a light that we use to be seen on the water in the dark. We believe the matte version is a bit more visible.
There you go. Merry Christmas.
Oh, that's the most romantic thing I've ever got. No, honestly, this is a very practical thing. Maybe it's not a Christmas gift, maybe it's something you give yourself. This is velcro tape. It just sticks to itself. The possibilities are endless. I'll show you. Now, we used it to attach our VHF in the cockpit, we use it for lights in the cockpit, we use it as cable ties that are removable, we use it on the shore power line, tie it up to the mooring line so it's not in the water. Pretty nifty and pretty handy to have on board.
How about the price?
Really cheap. But it's the thought that counts. So without any context, this might seem like an odd gift, but just tell them what it's for and they will love it. I loved it. It was the most personal gift I've ever received.
That you bought yourself?
Yeah.
Honey, I'm really hot.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. But I think I can help.
So you can either get the ones for the boats that you have to attach with wires, you have to have the 12 volts everywhere, you have to drill a hole and attach it, or you get these ones with the clippies. They are charged with USB and they have a small battery inside, so they last about half a night, and you can clip them almost anywhere, like so.
Or when you do it right, they do hold up.
They do. And I think a smart invention is to put them on top of your stove towards your windows so you don't have a moist boat after cooking.
Are you still on your knees every day to collect the dirt on the floor? And are you sick of those conventional brooms that give you these terrible back pains? Is your battery always empty when you want to use the vacuum? All those hours you spend every day keeping your boat dust and hair free. Doesn't it just drive you crazy?
Don't despair any longer. We finally found the latest cleaning tool that will end all your misery. Meet Mop Slippers. They are small, light, easy to store, battery free, and super absorbent. the cleaning cloth that will attract all that dust that's flying around in your boat.
Put them on your feet with or without shoes and off you go. Now you can get into those tiny corners you couldn't reach before. Just slide through the boat and be done. Say goodbye to dust pans and empty batteries. This revolutionary fiber will attract all the hairs and dust that the wind blows in every day. And if you order now, you get a second pair for free.
Okay, so now in all honesty, I actually do use them a lot, especially when we're on anchor and we are not in a marina and don't have shore power. The vacuum cleaner we have is really not that good. So if I use these, I can go through the boat real quick, all the hairs get stuck to it. Alex and I have a lot of hair, so it works pretty good like that. And yeah, I do use them. And I'm gonna hang them up because these are wet and it feels kind of gross.
As you can see, it is a bit windy and chilly today, but in the heat of summer you would like that wind to come inside and make those hot nights cooler. In August in Greece we got a heat wave and during the night it stayed about 30 degrees in the boat. As it gets pretty damp at night in Greece, sleeping outside was often not an option. So after many sleepless nights, I decided to invest in this so-called wind scoop. There are many different models and sizes, and we have this relatively simple model. We came up with this system that makes it pretty easy to hang it up. Every boat is of course different, but this setup works really well on our boat. We attached the spinnaker lift to the Genoa lines and then tightened these, creating a nice triangle. We then attached the top of the wind scoop to the spinnaker lift and the bottom to the hatch. This is how the wind scoop works. When you are on anchor, the boat is always directed towards the wind, right? So the wind scoop catches this wind and funnels it into your cabin, creating a nice breeze. And when the wind gets really strong, it can blow you away in your bed. That's how good it works. And together with our USB fans for the absolutely windless nights, this thing made the hot, sweaty nights a bit more bearable. One of the best buys for the summer season. We used it virtually every night. You can find them as cheap as 20 euros, going up to 100. Ours was 40 euros, about $45 in a marine shop. A lifesaver for sure.
Is pretty much my favorite one, and also the one we've been using the most, which will become obvious when you see the way it looks right now. Because it is this chair slash cushion. It is really awesome because it has a frame in it. And the good thing about it, it has different, what would you call that, babe? Verschiedene Stände, what? Inclines. I'm sorry, excuse my English. You can put it into different positions. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because let's be honest, when you have to sit on the deck all day or on the teak in the cockpit, your butt will start to hurt, and this is way more comfortable. So we found this one in a store in Greece, in a marine store. You will find them online too. I will link it down below. They're about 70 euros, depending on which brand you get, but they're all kind of the same. Here's the plastic that makes it not slip. That's it. Awesome thing. Let's go inside now because it is getting chilly and I have some warmer gadgets to show you. So these things over here are really cool. It's a series from Ikea, and if you don't want to drill any holes in your boat and you want to hang up stuff, this is great for storage. You find it in the bathroom section actually, and it works really good anywhere else too. We decided to get basically every single product because they are really good. We got a toothbrush holder that we can also put razors in or stuff like that. We have the clothing hook that we have everywhere in the boat. Then we have the soap dish, we have a big basket that we can put shampoos in or anything else. We actually also use it on the inside of our cupboard in the kitchen to put all kinds of bags in. A hand shower bracket, so you can put the shower head in it and you don't have to hold it. And we have a towel rack, which is really good too. The principle of this thing is that you hang them up with suction cups, like these. They are really, really strong, and they also are a bit sticky. And then you just put them on and you press them hard, and then they vacuum really good, and they can hold quite the load. This one, actually, we've been using it all season, and there's been like 10 bottles of shampoo, soap, cleaning stuff, whatever, anything in it, and it didn't fall off once, so that's really good. We use these mainly on the wooden surfaces. It holds a little bit less good there because it's less flat, so these once in a while do fall off. You shouldn't hang too much on it because officially these can hold 2 kilos. If you want to remove these, you need a credit card or some kind of card to put behind it so you can release the vacuum and then take them off. Since it is Ikea, it's also really affordable. I think the cheapest one, like these clothing hooks, cost about €4, and the most expensive one is this basket and the towel rack. They cost about €9 or $10, something like that. So pretty good series. They're called Tisken. I'll put a link down below. Depending on where you are, of course, the Ikea prices are always different, but they won't differ too much. Very, very happy. They're cheap. They work amazing. So nice gift, or just a nice gadget if you want to get it yourself.
So the next one's a practical one as well. Most sailors have jerry cans on board for spare diesel. These jerry cans have these standard nozzles, so you can fill up whatever you want to fill up with. On the boat, that's not that convenient, especially when you're on anchor and your inlet for the diesel is at inconvenient places. To solve that problem, we have a taka-taka, which is called taka-taka because of the sound it makes. At least that's what they call it in Greece. So all that it is a rubber hose with a little end piece that makes a noise. There's a ball in it, and when you shake it, the fluid will come up and it will go into the tank.
Is it going in?
Yeah. All by itself, like magic. Now imagine us at an anchorage. See? No hands. Not a problem.
How do you know if it's full?
I'm looking into it. Not spilling, I promise.
Got some lovely socks there.
Yeah. Happy holidays! There we go. 10 liters spill free. It's always a bit left, but since that is very light now, so that's the residue that's on the fuel inlet, right where you close it up. That's what happens when there's air, and that's why we mostly put some additive to it that stops bacteria and fungi in diesel. Right, because you can even see here that green stuff is algae, and you don't want that in your engine.
Met some people that had some very bad experiences with diesel bug.
Right, diesel bug, that's what it's called. It's nothing special, but the taka-taka makes your life a whole lot easier when trying to transfer diesel from the jerry can into your diesel tank. The official English name I found is Jiggle Siphon Manual Pump. You can find it in most marine stores. I found one online as well, and the link is below. Outro! Thanks so much for watching. If this was remotely interesting for you, then you will find a link in the description that will lead you to our website.
A little bit of extra information in case you wanted to know more, or we talk too fast. It's all in there.
Thanks again, happy holidays, and we'll see you in the next one.
Hopefully.
Ah!